With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call. And
from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here. Now taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A look at the starters now on the defensive side of the ball for the Giants. And they come into time.
Struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now out come the Giants as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 96 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Pick that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Allen on third. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. That was an excellent read right there. Number one, that means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a completion.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ricky. Check safety. Pilot, 64, weak. Five.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Sanders dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Sanders. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown. And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Looking deep for Jennings. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Barkley. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw. Sanders. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 13 yards, good for... Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
10-2 soft.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. No score after one on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Sanders off the play fake. Looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was your Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Cooper was the target there. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now it's Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Team 6.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Sanders now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
I'm going back to you. Go, go. 49's the mic, mark 49. Hey, we got to get this done.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Sanders to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Sanders. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Here's Allen. and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming up.
Al Sanders on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. Stops. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
5. Shoot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, orbit. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
2nd and 6. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 49.
Back to throw. Sanders looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Looking deep for Jennings. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
To throw is Sanders. Going to throw again. That's going to be caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Watch out. Travel.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've come upon halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. On second down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
It's just me and you.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And Jennings has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Sanders now. Off play action. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders. That's caught by Jennings. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 24, check 24.
61, matchbox lights. Get it.
On the run, it's Barkley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, check Mike 57.
2nd and 5. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his
He
rhythm
got
is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off.
Hey,
He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
57's the mic.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's complete. Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Sanders throwing to start the drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. He's checking crack.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 49 the mic. 49. Ready?
Now Sanders to throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Sanders. Off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Here we go. Hey, Wahoo. 49 the mic.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Double dog. That's the way. 49. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Jennings. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Sanders now to throw again. They will find Davis. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Go now. 70, Indy. Let him know. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's what I do. 5. 57's right. Watch the run. 57. Mike, 57. 5.
Back to throw. Sanders. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Hey, watch. Hit it.
Sanders back to the air on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Rosas now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To try again after the sack. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Allen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.